Yo, welcome back everyone to another Forza Horizon 4 race. So this time we're doing a winter cross country A-class. Once again, no bloody snow tires. But we go with the Ranger. First up, windmill cross country. So the thing about the cross country, the A-class cross country, I've kind of got the right vehicle locked for this. I feel that the Ranger is just like, it just dominates. Because there's still room for me to improve, but I'm happy with, like, obviously the launch is just phenomenal. Now I do make a few mistakes in this, but like I was saying, you know, like the mistakes are on me, so I can't really fault the truck. I think the truck is perfect. It's got good top end speed. They're just trying to avoid this wall here, because at this point I wasn't quite sure whether or not the wall collision penalty was implemented for cross country. So I just kind of erred on the side of caution. But yeah, not doing too bad. The other thing you'll notice as well, which really spun me out, was that as soon as you see here, I tap the wall, get that collision penalty, and luckily the only person that's really a competition here didn't manage to overtake, so happy days, trying to take that as clean as possible there. But the thing you'll notice is that we're like 3/4 of the way through the first race and we're already down to only 6 people in the race. And here I make the age-old mistake: do not turn on the ramp. As you hit the ramp, you're committed, you're going straight, otherwise you're not going to be happy when you land. So trying to do my best here, and then out of nowhere, big lag spike, not lag spike, I don't know, memory spike on my side, but it just, hitting that wall, I was lucky to not end up third or worse. So happy with the second, can't complain about that. The only problem we've got now is that we're about to head into probably our worst field, which is the free roam rush. Now this guy here tries to be a bit cheeky, blocking us off, and he tries to cut me off again. And then in comes the mini X-Cross, I can't remember what it's called, the X-Raid. He just gets sent out into the middle of nowhere. At this point I'm kind of like, you know what, let's just cut. It's the only thing we can do. Getting back on, I'm going to end up at the back of the pack, so I might as well at least try my chances here. I'll come through, miss the road, but managed to get back okay and end up in first position. So good times there. At this point, 10% into it, I'm like, hell yeah. I'm gonna destroy it. There's no one behind me now. I don't know what has happened, but we're also down to 5 people left on the second race. Now just here I kind of go, oh, do I go to the left, do I go straight? We'll go straight. Probably should have gone to the left, but didn't end up being too bad until we hit the trees. And it just, getting through there was no avoiding that last tree. So, kind of best I could, but then I think that's a drag strip there, and straight up into the rocks. Just from bad to worse. So then we try and, at this point I'm just frantically panicking, trying to just somehow get some momentum back and just make it through this bloody trees. I see the trail off to the right there, and I try to sort of half get over to it just to try and make it a bit easy to drive on, and then as soon as I get here I'm like, well, I need to cut across anyway. But then what freaks me out is the fact that it cuts so far off to the left, so I'm kind of trying to figure out whether I go through the forest or not, and I end up doing it, but then trying to half steer over to the left. Just trying to make the best of a bad decision, I feel. Cut straight back through. I feel like this free roam rush has been a whole series of, should I go through the forest? Nah, should probably not. And then I go through the forest anyway. But at this point, I'm just trying to miss trees. I know people are catching up. I'm now technically in second. It seems like we've got almost a little bit of clearing. So just aiming for the... You can see this house here, trying to sort of avoid it, go between the house and the tree. I think I get a little bit crossed up as we get a bit closer. Here. End up trying to figure it out frantically in my brain, just what's the best way to approach it. And don't quite cut the mustard on that one. So we end up coming in fourth, but the problem as well now is that there's only 6 people, so coming in fourth means that you're in the lower half of the pack, so we're losing SR here. So we put it behind us, we get into race 3. Everyone else seems to have some crazy grip around that corner there, and I can't manage to get it to stick. Go a little bit too wide on this corner here, but we kind of bring it back, and there's a few people there that just miss that checkpoint altogether. And once again, it comes down to Jungle Poet and myself, really, that kind of do it. I just kind of play defensive there and just try to either say, well, look, you're either going across the jump or you're going to have a bad day. And I don't know why, but it's my instinct is to always go through the left tunnel, and I know it's the worst tunnel. I got to change that habit. But it doesn't end up being too bad. There I go a little too wide, and I hit this ramp, this wall that just slows me down. It does kind of put me in a good position though, because they kind of went through. Always like being on the left here because it sets you up for corner 1. And now here I just don't really make the best cornering there, but still manage to keep a bit of speed to be able to keep up, and I go back through this corner here. Trying to make sure that I've got a good line for that checkpoint there, because I don't want to miss that. It'll spell disaster. Kind of following at this point, trying to maybe take a better line, but I just took that one well too wide. We've still got 5 people in the race, so it's not that bad. Then we cut across for the finish and we come second. So it's overall we're not doing too bad this time round. I mean, it should probably be a little bit better, but you know, it is what it is. So here we've got this another free roam rush. I thought I'd just trial and put in the map as well, so just let me know if that's something you guys are interested in seeing. At this point here I'm just completely lost. I'm like, oh, wait, where am I going? Am I going like where? Couldn't see the marker. And I remembered from the map that I needed to turn right straight away, but just didn't manage to do it. Almost. We need to thank RNG for the bloody for hitting the ditch there. Kind of saved us and dug us in and made us turn a little quicker, and we missed that house and tree. But sitting here just trying to somehow gain ground. I mean, I'm not doing it too bad against the Jeep, but I see here the solar farm and just try and steer off to the left, and I don't want to go too far left, so I start trying to go in between here and collect that collect that bloody, those walls. It is what it is though. Trying to aim between the trees. But by this point we're coming third. So I don't think it was GTDP that was in the Jeep, but it may be. And you see, this is the one here where I'm just trying to steer it a little bit over to the right, but just can't seem to. It just oversteers to the left every single time, and I have to slow down. It ends up costing me that second place. If I could have only just made it so that it pointed towards the bloody marker, I would have been half okay. But still, wasn't too bad. It wasn't too bad for the people that are still in here. Obviously, it's all the people that couldn't cut it that have quit. And so I still consider second and third, a decent place. Coming last is, probably the worst that can happen here. Obviously. So coming back into this race here, X-Ray goes well wide there, just doesn't take it quite right. And here I am going, right, it's my time to shine. Jungle Poet's a little bit behind, although he's right there with the other guy. Now at this point I'm just kind of a little bit of fear of first place, just stress of having to defend. And I think I take this I take this one not too bad. I took a different one in a later video, a little bit too wide. But that one was good. And I think, for the rest of this race, it's pretty much just out in front and just trying to cement that lead. Just happy to let them fight in the background, because the more they fight, the more they fall off. And as you can see there, they've just fallen off the mini-map. And now I'm just focusing 100%, just clean lines, tight angles here, so that I don't, minimize the need to accelerate and ground covered and whatnot. So. Pushing through, that's generally one of the worst parts that I have, are just the uneven ground and the bouncing, and just you kind of hit like opposite areas, like opposite angles as you land, and it kind of throws you a bit. So I was happy with how I went through there. And then just up ahead you've got the power antenna that you have to go underneath, and that's normally the next place. I normally, I don't normally, but if I'm going to get caught up on something, it's generally where it happens in the Goliath. I think this is the Goliath. So pushing around, trying to keep that speed up, and then for here I'm just like, slow speed's better than no speed, just stopping dead on the spot. So push through, trying to stay off the wall. Luckily I don't hit it too hard and I don't get penalised, so it's good there. Still keep checking the mini-map just to make sure that no one's right on my tail and no one's catching up. So it's pretty good. Here I get a bit lost, go out to the right. I should have gone along the road, try to cut my way back through. And it's at this point here that I've completely got this part of the track down pat. So I know exactly where we are, and from here pretty much right up to the finish is just, I've done this a dozen times, a few hundred times probably. So it's good. Along here, I know we bounce over this wall. Now, from here, I try to sort of follow the zigzag up and just that path there, just to make sure that, because I find that jump just angles out ever so slightly, and just with the embankment of it as well, it's very easy to just run into that side wall. Yeah, maximising speed down through here. Pushing through, you can see the end on the minimap. And here I kind of freak out because I'm like, well, I took this way too... just had the complete wrong angle there. Yeah, here I always get like freaked out about going through there because it's just one wrong angle and you hit a brick wall like I just did there. Luckily though, I've managed to put a bit of a lead on second and third place. So come in here, just checking the minimap, making sure I know what's coming up, know the angles. Head through the final turn. And I go, you know what, bugger it, we got so much lead on them, I'm going to do the jump. Off we go. Finish across for first. Oh, happy days. So that was good. Next person behind was 8 seconds behind, so happy with that. And the third place was 18 seconds behind. So pretty happy with that. I don't know where that puts us on the standings. I think we ended up coming out second. I think Jungle Poet ended up getting us on that one, but you know, it is what it is. What did we get there? Yeah, we got second. So a little bit of tiny, maybe little incy-wincy bit of SR increase. So happy days. And that's pretty much going to be it. I mean, obligatory stuff at the end. We got an extra 3 points. Keep saying we're ranking down, but we're actually getting points, so I don't know what's going on there. But yeah, if you liked the video, hit the like button. If you want to see more, hit the subscribe button. I'm putting out as many videos as I can daily. But apart from that, maybe leave a comment, watch any of these videos on screen, and that's pretty much it. Appreciate you guys stopping by and taking some time out of your day. And I will see you guys in the next one, right after we see this. Oh yeah, common light chinos. Peace.